Hello, how are you guys doing today? I pray that you all are doing well. I pray that this video finds you all in perfect health, peace, and joy. Living beyond living, guys. I mean, honestly, living life and loving beyond the meaning of love. Yes, and I thank God that He has blessed me another day to sit before you in the land of living to deliver another encouraging marriage message. I pray that this message, as well as all of my messages, bless some marriage couple, bless you guys to communicate more. If this message is not for you, please pass, share, or just delete. Keep it moving. But today's message is about window shopping can cost you. Window shopping can cost you. How many of us, we go to the store and we say that we're just going to window shop. We're not going to buy a thing. I say it all the time. But we get into that store and before you know it, we come out with bags of stuff. Stuff that we don't even need. Stuff that we don't even have the money to buy. But we felt that we needed it and we wanted it, right? We get it home. Find out we don't even need this, or it don't even go with what we thought it would go with, or it don't even look good on us. How many of us go through that? I do. Now, put that with infidelity. When I say window shopping can cost you, I am talking about infidelity, emotional infidelity. There are so many different stages of infidelity. And one of the stages that I'm talking about today is emotional infidelity. Yep, emotional infidelity. Kings, how many of you have that one woman? She's always at your beck and call. Anything that you need, she's at the workplace, she's at the church, or she's wherever you spend a lot of time at. And she always seems to have everything that you need when you say you need it. I'm sure a lot of you kings have that one woman. Come on, queens. How many of us have that one man that we feel that notices us? He tells us how beautiful we are. He tells us how good we smell. He's so attentive. He notices everything about you. He notices when you change your purse to match your blouse. He notices when you change the polish on your toenails. How many of you queens say that you got a man like that that's in that workplace or wherever you spend a lot of time at? I'm sure a lot of you do. These are the things that we need to be careful about. We got to be careful. Because as humans, we want that emotional connection. So when we start getting emotionally connected to people that we shouldn't get emotionally connected to, things can happen. Things can go wrong. And this is where emotional infidelity can sit in if we're not careful. Because that person that's given us so much emotional attention, the first step is we're going to want to spend more time with that person. We want to hear their voice. We're going to start going to lunch with that person. We're going to start going to happy hour, just to laugh a little bit because they make us smile. Or we can't wait to get to work the next day just so we can spend a little bit of time with that person that we so emotionally in tune to. Then after we start, wanting to spend more time with that person, what's the next step? We're going to start fantasizing about that person. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. You're going to start saying, she has such a sex appeal at work. Anything that I ask for, she's always there to get it. I wonder if she was my wife. Would she have that same sex appeal at home? I wonder if she was my wife, would she nag at me all the time? She seems more supportive than what my wife is. Yep. That's what's happening. And then you queens, you start fantasizing about this man that you feel that's giving you more attention than what your husband is. You're fantasizing about this man because you feel he notices you. He notices everything about you. So you start fantasizing, I wonder if that was my husband. He would always tell me how beautiful I am. Look how he looks at me. Oh, I can only imagine if he was my husband. He would probably do this. He would probably hold me like this. He's probably so romantic. Oh. All of these fantasizing, all this fantasizing that we're doing for someone that we have emotionally got in tune to. So what's next? We want to spend more time with that person. We're fantasizing about that person. And unfortunately, after that, a lot of us take actions. We actually go into the act of infidelity. Because now we feel like that person that we emotionally in tune to is someone that we need. That person is way more better than what we have at home. And some of us have good wives and good husbands at home. We actually have 80% at home. But we get so frustrated and get tired of waiting, and we lose our patience, and we get this emotional attention from somewhere else, and we in tune to that instead of being in tune to what we got at home. And we start chasing this person that we feel that we are more in tune to, thinking that that's our 100%. And then when we get that person or get a piece of that person, we realize they not even half of what you got at home. Emotional infidelity is real, kings and queens. It ain't no joke. It is no joke. People, infidelity happens for so many different reasons. Most problems infidelity sits in is when you're not getting what you need at home or what you want at home. And when that outside person is giving you what you want at home, things happen and you kind of like get so wrapped up into it, and before you know it, you guys have taken the act of infidelity. Then you got those who are trying to prove a point. I don't know what point that you're trying to prove. What are you proving? That you have no self-worth? You have no respect for your vows? But one thing you are proving is that your window shopping is costing you. Emotional infidelity. Infidelity is something hard. Infidelity, some people get out of it. Some people, they don't. They can't. They so wrapped up into it because it just brings more and more and more and more and more. Don't stop flirting with your husband. Flirt with them just to flirt with them. Kings, don't stop telling your wives how beautiful they are. Notice the little things. It's those little things that your wife wants you to notice. Little things as, baby, you done changed your toe polish. I like that color. Or just a compliment on what she's wearing. Queens, your king wants to be complimented too. Don't let nobody else give your spouse more that emotional desire than you do. When your spouse leave out to go wherever they're going away from you, they should be fed emotionally. Your spouse should not get more compliments from any other man or any other woman. They just shouldn't. Queens, stop coming to bed with those rollers in your heads and your wraps and all this stuff going on and cotton gowns down to your ankles. Bring some sex appeal to the bed. I don't care what title you are. I don't care if you doctor, lawyer, minister, whatever you are. That's a title. Your husband married you, not that title. Stop talking about your head hurt, your back hurt, this. You can't drop it like it's hot. Baby, you better drop it like it's warm. Take care of your spouse. Kings, you too. Same thing. Stop coming to bed, sweaty. Take a shower. Freshen up. Bring home a rose. Bring a glass of wine. Whatever. Set the atmosphere. Be more romantic. Get in tune with your wife. Women are emotional. Do you know, Kings, if you start early in the day, emotionally getting in tune to your wife, if you make love to your wife's mind, emotionally, at the end of the day, it's on and popping. Emotionally. She don't want to hear your knees hurt. If one head don't work, another head gotta work. Hey, do what you gotta do to take care of your spouse. I'm just gonna leave that right there. Infidelity is something that can destroy your marriage. Window shopping can destroy your marriage. I hear it all the time. It ain't gonna hurt. I'm just looking. That's the wrong attitude to have. Because sometimes looking can hurt you. Looking can cost you. If you ask me, it's better not even to look. Don't even look. Because once you look, you're being tempted. Once you look, you done already stepped into all the other trick bags. Don't even fall for it. If you married, why you got all these single friends that you hanging around? You're not single. So your priorities is not going to be their priorities. The direction that you're going in, they're not going down that same road because they are not married. Queens, why you still hanging out with the girls for girls night every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights when you got a husband and kids at home that you need to be taking care of? All your girlfriends, they still single. They at the club, all the single ladies, they waiting, to find them a man. But you got a man, but you following them to the club singing all the single ladies. They ain't going down the same road you going down. They not married. So their fun is not going to be your fun. Their priorities is not your priorities. When we get married, kings and queens, things change. It's not to say that you can't have a life anymore. It's not saying that you can't have friends anymore. But what it is saying is that you got to have boundaries. It's okay to be friends with that person. But when it comes to you being a wife or when it comes to you being a husband, you got to have boundaries when it comes to your friends. You got to take care of home. Don't give the enemy even a gap to enter into your marriage. And emotional infidelity is where it starts. Today's marriage message is window shopping can cost you. I pray that this message, as well as all the other messages that I have put out, bless somebody's marriage. I pray that it bless your communication. I pray that something that I say or have said will bless your communication, as well as open your eyes to things that is surrounding you. A marriage that requires work. It is easy to fall in love, but it's harder to stay in love because you got to constantly keep feeding and feeding and feeding your marriage. You can't neglect it. You have to maintenance it. If you neglect it, then infidelity can set in. Until next time, don't let your window shopping cost you. You guys be blessed. Be a blessing to each other. And most of all, I pray that you guys are loving beyond the meaning of love. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.